Yeah, good afternoon, guys. Let me share this on Twitter right now.
Rex. Idafia. Do you love me? Say more yes. You can't call me say more never. This is number your last and first. But now you didn't music a member. Tell me why you using my damn for. This our love can never break.
Luis Albert, well done. Welcome, bro.
Remember you made a promise that you will never go back. I promise I love you, can be your friend. Now this is the message that I come up with. Never system you use.
Oh, you sound bro. Please, tell us where you are joining from. Because I can't see the people who are online unless you type in something. Please help me invite some other people. Let me share it on Facebook too. Guys, help me welcome everyone.
She say I'm rich, bro, yeah. I can get to your look, yeah. Not the fuck with my douche, not the fuck around with my douche. Baby, call, Bigaru. I need you to call, Bigaru. Baby, you ya call, Bigaru.
Luis Albert, please help me share this. Let's bring on our people. Who else is here? Please say something, let me know you're here, and thumb up the video, please.
I can make you if you come my side. No one but you. I can break up bodies, do they break up bodies? Do go tell me down, do they tell me no? They break up bodies, tell me story. Clockwise no money, cause nobody hold you.
Yeah, Luis Albert from Spain. Welcome, bro. Emmanuel Ugu, hello, my brother. Good afternoon. We're almost 24 minutes late. Yeah, Tina baby. Welcome, Tina. Tina, you're welcome. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Sorry, we are starting about 25 minutes late. Thanks for those of you that has patience to wait. We'll be doing it. Like I told you guys, I'm leaving Facebook for good, and it's good. I use this opportunity, the small opportunity I still have, to tell our people and tell them to migrate to this side. We are no longer gonna rely on Facebook, even here either. Not like I said, not for me, because the message is already here. All I give you is my own analysis. So if you compare it, it agrees with your reality. Fine. And you don't really need to agree with me at all times. You understand? We don't need to agree at all times. You just have to follow the evidence where it's leading us to. Yes, thanks for you guys for Ifeanyi Obagbon. Thank you for joining. Where are people joining from? Thanks. I already have someone from Spain, and here I'm here from Istanbul. Tina baby, Ifeanyi, tell us, or Ifeanyi, I don't know how to mention it, please. I know I may have slaughtered the name with the pronunciations, or the way I'm saying it, but I'm sorry for that. So, guys, I want to talk about this issue of Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, the IPOB lawyer, whose home was invaded. And I saw a video. Then the man granted an interview saying that his whole house has been razed to the ground. Yeah, people have already started blaming the president. Of course, we have to blame him because he's in control of the Nigerian police and the Nigerian military. He's the commander in chief of the armed forces. And that includes every military and paramilitary unit in Nigeria. Yeah, thanks for joining from Germany. He's in charge. But it's usually the rat at home that tells the rats abroad that there is fish in the kitchen. The man that was attacked is not holding Buhari responsible primarily. The person he's holding responsible is his own brother, Emeka Ofo. They are from the same town or Rift. I can't tell you that I know all the intrigues about the politics of Rift or how things are going there. But I can tell you something for sure that Emeka Ofo is not a very popular person among his people. Yeah, he may be building churches and giving them for free, but he's not very popular among Orif, people. I can remember in 2014, I was in a Mastoid, there's this nightclub that I think it has closed now, Mastoid, in Festac. If you know 4041 Junction, just near 7 Days In, directly opposite Young Shagro's house. You know, remember the time the Young Shagro was shot? He was attacked by armed gang, by an armed group. That house he was living in that time, opposite it, there's one this thing club that used to be there, Mastoid, just near the man that adjacent to the man that manufactures security doors, all these type of doors, like this one behind me. The compound is sandwiched between that door maker and the school or a hospital, children's hospital. So I was there. The guy is also from Orif. I saw severally whenever they talk about Lucky Sioma, welcome, brother. Every time they talk about a Mekofo, this is a billionaire that is into oil and gas. And he has been into the oil business. He has been an oil player in the Nigerian energy. He has been a very big player in the Nigerian energy industry. In fact, he's well known in Sao Tome. He's one of the top people, like top Africans operating in Sao Tome. Long before Adam Soshomole. Adam Soshomole is Cape Verde, yeah, but this guy is Sao Tome. Welcome, my brother. So yeah, he's a very rich guy. Ordinarily, he's supposed to be popular. He's building churches. He's an Anglican. My parents are Anglicans too. I was raised an Anglican, so I know him very well. Is he Anglican? But he was building Anglican church. I don't know if he's Catholic or Anglican, but I know about 2 Anglican churches he has built. Samekofo. And this is the same guy that had problem with Chris Ngige. I'm not trying to, this is not an attack on Emeka per se, but I just want to lay out his records. Before that 2014, if you remember, when Ngige was made the governor of Anambra State, if you remember, the PDP didn't want to give Mbadinuju their party flag. Obasanjo swore that he would not give Mbadinuju. And Emeka did not disturb Ngige, it was Mbadinuju. This Emeka was the person, was the reason Mbadinuju couldn't perform very well. Mbadinuju embezzled money. Joyce Green, welcome. Mbadinuju embezzled money, sure. But hold on, guys, let me take this. Oh, Let me tell him that I'm broadcasting. Hold on, guys. Okay, sorry, guys. So Emeka Ofo was the one that installed Mbadinuju. And what was his problem with Mbadinuju? Because apparently he thought Mbadinuju would give him the state coffers to manage as he sees fit. It was an open battle. Anyone that grew up in Anambra State within that period knows what I'm saying. Or any Anambrarian knows what I'm saying. In fact, I believe that Emeka Ofo was one of the reasons Mbadinuju brought in Bakassi boys, not just because they wanted to stop criminality and armed robbers from killing people. Yeah, I know what the attack on that luxurious bus at a bridgehead, at that Niger Bridge, at the foot of Niger Bridge that year. I know it cost it. It helped, but Mbadinuju was looking for security everywhere. And the Emeka Ofo was too strong for him. Imagine a country we live in where a billionaire businessman, just because he's connected with the powers of Abuja, can make a state ungovernable. His own state. He don't care about the people who will be benefiting if the state is working, or who will be at a disadvantage if it's not working. He doesn't care about those things. All he cared about was his ego, just to show the governor that he is strong, he is more powerful than him, he can do anything. He did it. People let that that is just so medieval. Is such a medieval character. It shouldn't happen in the 21st century. It shouldn't. It shouldn't happen in the 21st century. But because that arrogance was allowed to happen, fast forward to 20 years later, the same man is causing a fracas in his own country, in his own country home, your own community. I've not heard his own side of the story, but I'm just giving you from what we have on ground. And I don't believe Ifeanyi Ejiofor, who I don't even know. Believe me, I don't even. It was yesterday that I knew he was the Nnamdi Kanu's personal lawyer. I knew Nnamdi Kanu has a lawyer, but I don't know the name of his chamber. I don't know the name of the man. I had to Google his name and go back to the post I made about him 3 times or even more before his name could register in my head. So I don't want anyone to just think maybe I was paid to say this or to defend him or I'm calling favor. No, we just have to follow justice. We are Igbo people. We have what we call Ofonogu, which is just the principle of truth and justice. Ofonogu is built on truth and justice. That's what it is. It is not any pagan worship. It is not any pagan ideology. It is the laws of nature. You must obey it. You must follow it. And it demands that you speak up for truth and justice, even when it's to the benefit of the person you don't like. Why? Because if you allow injustice to grow, at a point the tree will be too strong that you can't even bend it anymore. You can't even cut it down when you want to cut it down. Tell me why a community of thousands of people would have to be under red alert because of the action of one of their sons. I will come back here to apologize if I happen to be wrong, but I'm going by what we have on ground and what the man is saying. And I don't see any reason why he will be lying against Emeka Ofo. The man said that the commissioner of police or area commander came to his house and asked after him. Then he came back and went to see his mother briefly. to ask them why the man came and to know what's, and he wanted to go to the man's office and see him. From nowhere, armed policemen invaded. They invaded the place and started shooting and killing people. Now I'm hearing that there is another problem in that community, but please, what are the odds that another problem in Norif that will cause policemen to go to the house of this man? Just they didn't see any other house. Just there is no other house they mistakenly went to, other than the same one the area commander came into. Think this as a human being. Of all the homes in Orifte, it's only this Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer's house that they saw and somehow magically started shooting. Was there any intel pointing to the fact that these people may be hiding weapons in that place? Was there any? And how easy is it for our people to kill their fellow Africans? Those policemen did not come from Ghana, they did not come from Cote d'Ivoire, they did not come from Europe or America or Asia. These are Nigeria's black men. Because they've been given a uniform, they are there working as muscles for the same men they should be turning their weapons on against the common people, against the ordinary masses. That aside, our people usually say that man. You don't do such thing in your own homeland because the history will never go. Does Emeka Ofor really think? Forget about Biafra or no Biafra. Forget about one Nigeria or no one Nigeria. But does he really think that he is going to stay on top forever? Does he think that this oil well, they are allocated to him? He's one of the owners of oil wells in Nigeria. So for you to understand where this thing started, this is why I told you that no single individual should own an oil well. For what? For what reason? Do you know what that is? This is the cause of the inequality we have in our country. Why would an ordinary person own an oil well? Is that oil well located in his farmland or in his hometown? Then he will own it. People will be saying, now oil wells are owned by both houses, Fulanis, this and that, Igbos. How do you think they are creating this impregnable political class that determines who lives and who dies? Now, does he think he will enjoy that oil well for the rest of his life? One day, that license will be given to another person, just like it was taken from another person and given to him. Then 20 years from then, is he still going to be that powerful? Does he think that this power structure will remain forever? At that time, how is he going to go back to his people? The strangers will let her go. The people that are pushing him will let her go and mind their own communities. Then he would be forced to go back to his people, even though there are people who will take money to defend him. Like I said, I'm not going to infuse myself into the politics of Orifte. It's not my hometown. I don't know what's happening there. But there is injustice happening in that place, and as an Igbo man, I must speak up. I have people like him in my own state too. If we don't speak up against him, what do you think what signal is he sending to the other people? I don't know where this noise is coming from. What signal do you think it will be sending to his kind in my own home state or your own home state? Now, we've kept silent. and allowed a man to be used by the powers that be to break havoc in the lives of people. Imagine the hunger in Nigeria right now. Imagine the suffering of the masses. Then these families that lost their children, as if being hungry is not bad enough, they will have to start preparing for burial. And the people who are causing this are sitting, sleeping quietly in their homes. They take whatever substance they are taking that makes them sleep, because I don't believe a human being could be doing this thing with a clear eye and still be able to sleep. How do these people sleep with themselves? This is not I'm not here to pontificate. I'm not here to claim to be a good person. I'm not here to be a righteous man or claim to be a righteous man. But there are things you shouldn't do. There are places you should be drawing the line. And you can't tell me that the governor of Anambra State don't know about this thing. Because of power, they are ready to use human beings as cannon folders. Those two people that died will become another figure, another number they will add to the people that have died this year alone. Is it not a shame that it's only in Igbo land that this would happen, and everyone will wake up the next day and go to their businesses as if nothing happened? And you wonder why it keeps repeating itself. You wonder why it keeps repeating itself. Evil happened because good men decide to do nothing. I am not a fan of Ifeanyi, Ejiofor. I don't know his political leanings. As it stands, we are diametrically opposed when it comes to Nigerian politics. Then, on general ideology of politics, I don't know if he's a conservative or a liberal. I don't care to know. I'm not going to come here now and start saying, like I hear some people, someone was attacking me when I made a post. Like, what would warrant the attack on this man? Someone was attacking me. Hey, Maz, I don't know where you're standing. Just imagine. So because we don't agree on issues, I should sit quiet and not speak up when he is suffering injustice just because we don't agree? This is why they will keep ruling over us. Because petty things come in the way of the big things, which is what? Seek for justice, establish justice, and the equity will reign. There is no time people will be equal. It's not possible because we don't operate at the same strength or frequency. Use any other thing you want. We don't think alike. We don't act alike. We don't do the same businesses. We don't sell the same products. So we can never be equal. But there is a but there. In a society where a person will be given a natural, there is a reason they call it a natural resources. This person he never knew that something like that existed when he was born. Just because you are a part of a system, you think you are strong, you are being used by powers that you cannot even get near where they are gathering. There's NATO summit in London. Go there, let me see if you are that strong. Let Meko approach near the current NATO summit. Let me see. I think let him just come to Istanbul here, walk on the street and slap someone. Let him try it. He can only do that because they are ruling over dumb and stupid people. People who are asleep. Do you think if this man is Turkish, that any Turkish police will take orders from him? The people at Abuja will pretend as if they don't know what's happening. And if you push them too much, they will tell you this is a brother versus brother issue. I guarantee you, this is what they will be discussing in the Nigerian media. I'm not talking about how a single man could be used to destroy a whole community. Do you think that someone that is sleeping very well in Lagos or any part of the world right now? Those two people that you and I just know that two people were killed, but there are people who grew up with those guys. They have families, probably they have children, they have aspirations like you and I, they have plans for their own kids like you and I. You love your kids, I love my own kids. I will give my life for my kids 10 times over. Now imagine my kids having to lose me. Now check the likelihood that these people may have kids. Who will raise those children? They'll become destitute. They may end up being sold. They are selling people right now in Igbo land like there's no tomorrow. Not just in Igbo land, everywhere in Nigeria. When you count all those things, you tell me how you will come back and be asking me such useless question as to where I'm standing. I stand on the path of truth and justice, in case you don't know what that means. It means speaking on behalf of anyone who is suffering oppression and injustice, whether you agree with the person or not. We have our fights, we have our battlefields, but I will not fight it in another battlefield. I'll wait for you on the day of our fight. We go and dig it out. Johannes Zendibo is a failure. They cannot say anything. Why? Ejiofor is one of the people that gives them money. Have you asked how they are getting their fundings? Who is funding them? These men are funding them, so they are not going to say anything. Their mouths are already filled, so they can't speak up. If you have something in your mouth, you can't speak. You can't speak when your mouth is filled. So they filled those men's mouth with currency, paper, this colored paper that we all have accepted to receive as money. What do you think will happen if everyone said, hey, I don't need this naira, I'm not taking it. If you want to buy my land, get me something else. I'm not. Do you think naira will worth a shit? Government will not even force you to do that. What is government? What do you think government is? When I'm telling you that we are living in an augmented reality, think it's a joke. Some people will think that government is something. Ask them what government means. They don't know. There are people representing Orifte. Every person in Orifte has a has a councillor, has a local government chairman, has a representative in the House of State House of Assembly, has a representative in a Federal House of Representatives, has a representative in Senate, and is also a citizen of Nigeria. And that makes the person the person a subject of whoever is in Abuja. You are a subject, and let me tell you, let's use the right word. Forget this democracy shit they are preaching to you. It's rubbish. So all these people from there to, apart from the president, how many of them have spoken up against this? Where is the voice of Ifeanyi on this? Where is his voice? He said in there, but we're going to speak. Oh, they are waiting for 2023 presidency. Where are their voices? Where are their voices on this? Oh, they won't speak, yeah, because Abuja will say they are sympathetic to IPOB. But you and I know they are not. The cowards they are, they want to please Abuja. Abuja, no, you are not being genuine. You are being disingenuous by not speaking up when something is happening to you. They will say, you see, because of power, is not going to speak up. Now your own people know that you are a sellout, you are a coward, you can't speak up because you don't want to offend the people in Abuja. Have you seen how you've lost? Yeah, bro, my Instagram account is at Chukchis, but that one I can't broadcast on it again. But check Chukwukachi Zoroma on Instagram. You will see me there. Cowards. Cowards. Why do you think they have multiple layers of security around them? Because they are cowards. They are all cowards. They don't want to speak up so nobody would attack them from Abuja. So they don't lose the contract they have, so their businesses don't get attacked. And when they come home, each time they are coming home, they have people they will mobilize that will give people money to go and welcome them from the airport to their country homes. They will come there, they will kill cows, you people will eat and go. With that thing, they will use it, they will record everything, put it on the social media and on newspaper. Heroic welcome to our great son. Then you people wonder why they are being respected in Abuja, because they know that they control you people. Have you seen why that sometimes they will tell that they go to the president or the leadership of their parties and say, I can organize 2 million people. You think it's a joke? They will spread money and you people will come out, not knowing that you are being used for photo ops. It's for the optics. If Ejiofor don't have money to bribe people, because so they're not going to talk about it. Why is it on the media? The only time the media will talk about it is when they want to use it to shift attention from the money they currently borrowed from the World Bank. Meanwhile, $20-something billion. How much is Desiani holding? Just from one contract, $20-something billion. Where is that money? Where is that money? Now they dropped the case against Desiani. Just after they released $20-something billion. Who gave them that order to drop that case? And is that dropping the case, is it tied to this loan they gave them? Loan. None of the people on the media is saying anything because they are all part of the system. They are all bought and paid for. They cannot rock the boat because they are in the boat. They are in the boat. They are not going to rock it. This is the world we are living in. This is our life. Guys, please take a moment and like the video. Like it and help me share it, please. That like does a lot on YouTube. And you know, this is just a young channel. We are less than 400 subscribers. Meanwhile, the target is 1,000. So we can be broadcasting from many places. As you can see, Facebook is nowhere near reliable. I've been banned for 30 days again. Am I bitter? No, but I'm just angry that a lot of people will not be hearing this message. A lot of our people don't have the data to watch on YouTube. They just told me they flagged 14 of my videos. Let me show you. I knew it will happen the moment I was talking about the NATO summit, and I was going to follow it live. I was going to follow it live. See, I don't know if you can see this thing. You can't post, comment, or use Messenger for 30 days. This is because 12 of your previous posts didn't follow our community standards. Imagine, this one November 1st, this one October 14th. October 14th, when? Last, your post, this one September 6th, this one August 18th. See all account status. Watch it, guys. It's here. 12 of my posts. 12. Watch. You can't post or do anything. Have you seen it? I can't post or do anything. You see? So tell our people on Facebook that I'm not trying to play too important, that I say I won't broadcast on Facebook again. Have you seen it? What if there is no YouTube channel? How are we going to do? How many people use Twitter? How many people use Instagram? And I don't like Instagram for anything. Tell them this is why we are here. Please take a moment, like the video and share it. Please, let's build the channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please help me subscribe and get it to 1,000. I want to get it to 1,000 subscribers before the month runs out. so I can be able to promote it and the thing will be on the recommended section. I will start spending money on it myself. And we'll be doing headlines every day, daily headlines on issues concerning Africa and the whole world. And every issue you see, I will tell you how it concerns our people and how it touches our country and every other country in Africa. Like the NATO summit, I'm supposed to be live streaming it on Facebook, but I can't. That is the reason they took down that Facebook. It's nothing about what I posted before. Why didn't they take it down the moment I posted it? Didn't they see it? And it's one of the things they're going to discuss on their NATO summit. You think the people in Abuja and your ruling class are not telling them that the social media is a threat to them? Go and check the topic they are going to discuss. It's about creating virtual reality. It's no longer about fighting Russia, because the eyes of the people has opened. They opened NATO. NATO was established to do what? To counter the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union stopped existing over 20 years ago or more. Why is NATO still there? Now they are going to talk about creating virtual reality, to weaponize virtual reality, these games you're playing. And with it, that is the social media and internet control on steroids. That's what it is. That's what it is, my people. That's what we're dealing with. And your people, our people, the media, you think NTA is going to tell you anything about it? No, you are taking viewers away from them. How many people still watch MTA? AIT, all these people, they are feeling it because they are not going to break down these issues the way we are breaking it. Why? Their owners, the people who are paying them, are part of the system. So why do you think they have multiple editors that will go through every damn thing they want to post, every news, every advert, everything you see at the Chiron goes through layers and layers and layers of scrutiny, so they are not going to let this truth pass through. They will phase it out. They will blanket total silence on it. It's our world now. So it's left for you and I to fight this fight. This is not an endorsement of whatever Ifeanyi Ejiofor believes in. This is about saying the truth. This is about justice. This is about seeking justice. It was Showore. Then it was Deji. They left Deji. Now it's this guy. Who will it be tomorrow? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? If you keep quiet, okay. Imagine now, even many people, the so-called Lagos internet community, is not saying anything much about this. Go online, your people are there talking about one nonsense TV program that's not going to earn them anything, including in Anambra State right now. I'm telling you, including in the state where this thing just happened. Right now, I can tell you this is not the main issue in Main Market, in Ochanja, in Mbuka, Relief Market, all of them. No, but this is not going to be the real issue. Right now, it's not going to be. They'll finish talking about it. They may be talking about football right now or something else. Yeah, it's good to talk about football. Talk about football too. I'm a good football fan. I'm a great football fan. As I chip in one or two, a couple of these dollars to just play bet to keep my mind sharp. It's just for enjoyment. I'm not doing it that this is where I want to get money. I will use to become a person. You can call it gambling, but it's just the money I don't need. I don't play it hoping to become rich from it. And I'm not telling you to play. Please don't. I know why I'm doing it, because I will never lose a dime. I will never put my money on anything and lose a dime. I do, but is it going to take my time? Is my life going to be built around it? No. Why? Because it's not real. You are doing it to get out of reality. That's who I am, man. I will always tell you the truth. That's how I roll. I owe nobody any explanation. We all did certain things where we were like, when we were growing up, I would play card or what to see what, still bring it to that, I'll finish you, but you can't see me getting up now, going to somewhere, say I want to go and play what, because I'm grown past that. I won't do it if I want to wreck my life, wreck my economy. But I can tell you, this issue has taken a backstage already. Tomorrow, you think it will not happen? When people don't face consequences for their actions, they'll keep repeating it. Like I said, you don't need to love the person involved to speak up for truth and justice. You don't need to. No, you don't. You say the truth because it's the right thing to do, not because you like the person or because you endorse the person. No. Let's always stand for truth, even when it's to the advantage of people we don't agree with. Thank you, my people. Help me share this video. I'll try to start making it short videos like 10 minutes and all this. Now I'll be editing the videos and be putting some lines there. I'll be cutting it and be, making it like clips. So it doesn't bore people. Not everyone has the patience to stay on YouTube for long. So I want to thank you people that just joined me. Please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And if you have subscribed already, please turn on the notification button. Go to the bell near the subscribe button, turn it on. You check the notification, that bell, hit it and put it on all notifications. I only use it for live video. I don't use it to say anything again or post any other thing. Just put it there so anytime I come live, you will get the notification on your phone or your tablet or whatever gadget you're using. 16 people, 8 likes. Guys, please, let's get this likes to 16. Let only these 16 people here like this video. It will make it appear, pop up on YouTube recommended videos. And please share it across social media platforms. Thank you, guys. 2 people have liked it more. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I wish you the best of luck. May justice not be far from us the day we need it. The day we face adversity from the hands of the evil men. May the people who will speak for us not be found wanting. May we all find people who will lend their voices to us the day their boots will be on our necks, because it will surely happen to you one day. If it's not through police, it will be the army. If it's not the army, it will be another agency. Even the people that control your electricity right now, they will keep doing it to us. The day it comes to us, let there be people who will speak for us. May our children not suffer what we are suffering. May the tears of those families not be a waste. May we not be in their condition. Thank you, everyone.